Taurus, hello and welcome to your general tarot card reading for the August of 2018 Taurus. Before I'm going to dive into your reading very quickly, I will explain the spread. So this card is representing the overall theme of this month for you. Those four serve as additional narrative. This one is talking about potential obstacles. This is about potential opportunities. This is all about what to focus on. This is suggesting the best way of approach, and I nearly forgotten. And this one, yeah, it's going to be about, well, actually additional commentary. So Taurus, before I'm going to start, I would like to notice one thing. You have a lot of sixes over here because the main theme of your month is Six of Wands. Then you have Six of Swords, and then you have Six of Cups. So I guess August for you is going to be all about balancing, because six is all about balancing. Six is kind of referring to lovers, and lovers, it's all about, let me find the lovers for you, so I'm going to explain this very quickly. There you go. So that's the card of lovers. Lovers, as you can see, there's man and woman, so there's a yin and yang, positive, negative. So it's all about balancing. But equally, what I would say, what's coming through, it's Taurus, about you following your heart's desire, and that's what the lovers are talking about as well. Because as you can see, the woman is looking up to the angel for guidance, and she kind of, you know, both men and both woman and this man, they're naked, they have nothing to hide, they're comfortable with the way they are, and the way how she looks at the angel, it's all about looking for confirmation, going with your kind of gut instinct. So I think the overall energy for this month for you, even though it's a Six of Wands over here, and six is telling you that actually everything is going in the right direction, and you're going to have a lot of things to celebrate, and you're going to go for things that you would like to achieve, and you're going to have this kind of enthusiasm, and you're going to be upbeat equally, because you have those three sixes over here. The indication is it's all about balancing and finding the harmony and finding the kind of happy medium, so to speak. So the six is indicating the Six of Wands over here for you, Taurus. It's going to be brilliant month for you. Everything going to be on the up. But there is one catch here. The catch goes, don't allow other people to, how to put it and put it nicely, sometimes we might become hostages of other people's emotions, or hostage, because we're going to put our lives or our emotions in other people's hands, and the only thing that is kind of coming through is to say to not do it. But it's just came through. So basically we have over here Six of Swords, and Six of Swords is representing moving away from something that was rather troublesome, difficult, and it's moving to a more calmer, more secure, I heard secure, future. So whatever is happening or has happened, in August you're going to start moving away from it in the right direction. And you might kind of feel, I wouldn't say defeated, but battered and bruised. And this might be the way how you think, how you perceive yourself, how maybe others are perceiving you. That's what you think that others are perceiving you. And you kind of moving towards the Page of Cups. And Page of Cups is apart from suggesting a new beginnings, because perhaps they can signify the new beginnings, messages. Sometimes they signify people who are younger than we are, someone who is a child, a teenager. Equally, Cups might signify someone who is, a Page of Cups, someone who is emotionally fragile or immature. Equally, someone who has a psychic abilities, and you kind of moving towards that person in August, or that kind of feel, because it's a general read and it's very difficult to say is the page actually a person or is just represents certain energy. And as you're going to move towards the Page of Cups, we have Eight of Swords over here. And Eight of Swords, it's being, as you can see, there's a woman, she's being bound, and there's swords around her, and there is the water, and the high tide is coming. So quite often we feel victims of circumstances, but quite often it's just the way how we see or perceive certain situations. And because we perceive them a certain way, we don't see that we actually have the options, or we choose to not have the options because we're putting options in the hands of others. And what they say in August, it's all about, and that is Six of Cups, you should really take your own initiative and say precisely what is it that you want. And if that is going to be work or romantic relationship, is up to you to kind of, any kind of project, anything to do even with family members, is just to take the lead. And there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. If you feel that makes you vulnerable, actually that makes you extremely strong, to say precisely what is it that you want. It's almost like, say, that's how I feel, that's what I would like to do. Or what I'm also hearing, it's, for some of you, it's going to be to delegate something to someone, or pay someone to do something for you, like a service, or deliver something, whatever it might be. So in terms of the obstacles, we have a Death. And Death as an obstacle is, it's coming through as resistance to a change. So you might be resistant to a change, and it's almost what I saw, there are things in life that you're still holding onto and they're not serving you, and you don't know how to let it go. So it's almost whatever you kind of, your plate might be quite full, because there's a ton of ones over here that is opportunities. So it's representing opportunities. So it's all about choosing your opportunities right, not try to get everything in one go. Be more choosy. And I think that in terms of obstacle and, actually let's say it this way, in terms of obstacle and an opportunity, they both kind of go together in this case, and they say be more choosy. Choose what is it that you really, really want, aim high. What I heard, aim high. Don't try to grab everything and just kind of go and try to manage everything at once. Pick and choose, plan, and be more choosy. In terms of the what to focus on, and that is is really, really interesting actually, because you see, I said about they said, but I'm just conveying, be more choosy, and the way things to focus on is the Knight of Swords. And Knight of Swords, in it tells you go for your heart desire. So that's what the cards are telling you. Don't feel like you have to do everything, or you have to manage everything on your own. Pick and choose, If indeed some things they have to be delegated, you have to pay for service, or you have to, because it feels like paying for service, but also expressing your emotion, saying like, and you taking the charge. So when they say just go for your heart desire, what is the best way forward? 3 of Cups. That's amazing. It's about celebration. August, it's for you about celebrating whatever success you're going to have here, whatever you're going to achieve and strive for. Is to celebrate this. And overall, what they say is just whatever has happened that comes to the end is just, please be aware that don't put yourself in a situation that you feel like the other people that are there to make decisions for you. Take charge, be more choosy, know when to say no to some people or some situations or some projects, whatever it might be, and go for your heart desire. What is additional commentary here? Taurus, that is very interesting because this is a lagoon and is symbolizing a new beginning. As you can, there's a baby, so for some of you maybe a pregnancy here, but what is coming through, it's to allow things to develop. I'm hearing that things are going to take time, and it's to bear it in mind that I heard time is the healer, if that makes sense. So Taurus, I hope this has resonated with you. If you liked it, please let me know. Comment, like. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, speak soon.